Greetings, back at you with my portable solar system video. I'm going to go over the different parts, and it's been charging right now. Haven't been in my RV today, but anyway, to get started, I'll show you the heart of my unit. It is the Kodiak. You see right there. Now, the RV plugs in right here, and the unit is not on right now, but it's just charging from the solar panel. Now, I got the camera turned around so I can handle it a little bit better. You see how it is. I have it sitting on this cooler for display purposes. I usually either have it inside my storage compartment right in there, or if the weather permits and for ease of use, sitting right on top of this wooden block. Now, this solar panel is a 135 watt panel, and it says on the specification it takes 10 hours to charge up full if you're not using it. But I'm going to turn it on right quick and show you how it runs. It's basically fully charged. See this indicator right here? Blue is the top indicator. It's all the way up to there. So now my camper is plugged up, it's charging, so everything in there runs off of it. And this unit is expandable. A lot of these units are. You can either get modular or something like this. This has a lithium ion battery in it. It is 1100 watts as it is. And with these two terminals on the side, I could hook up 3 more deep cycle batteries, expanding it all the way out to 4100 watts or something along those lines. It can be charged by solar panel right here, by cigarette lighter in your car right here. You could also plug in right here to an electrical outlet to charge this thing. So it has multiple ways of charging, not just solar panel. I'm going to be expanding this very soon. At the end of the month, I'm going to be getting a 1 more deep cycle battery, which will allow me to turn my AC unit on in my RV. Right now it almost turns it on, but not quite. It runs the microwave, it runs everything in there but my AC unit. It runs the fan just fine, but I need just a little bit more battery power to turn that on. Yeah. There's other ways of hooking this thing up. I could, let me go cover this. I could plug in this battery charger to my onboard battery that came with my RV. It comes on all the RVs, really, unless you take it off. But anyway, let me get this thing open. Okay, get this thing open, and what I do is I just hook up the battery charger. This is just another way, because the refrigerator is being ran right now off of the solar. My refrigerator in here can be ran off of either electricity or propane. And it doesn't use very much propane. I could go months with the propane tanks that I have. What I do is this thing needs to be plugged in. You can set this thing right inside here, or set it anywhere. For today's purposes, I'll set it just up under my RV so we'll be able to see the readout. Okay, take this over here, plug this in here. Well, first we'll unplug the RV. Plug this into here. And so it's being powered. It takes a lot less power. Now, this thing is default to set up, and the battery's fully charged, so I only really need to have it on maintainer mode, 3 amp maintainer. This is standard deep cycle battery over there, so I'll just hit that, and it's charging. It keeps it topped off. And it'll even show what that battery is reading out at, which is 95%. Okay. So then, to have electricity, like to be able to plug things up, because with the without the RV plug being plugged in, none of the outlets inside work. But that's easily rectified with an extension cord, and with this rather cheap, this is like $20-something inverter, power inverter. I just connect this to the battery. Right? Got the ground on there. Got the and that sound was the inverter coming on. So now I just take a extension cord, plug it into here. Come up in here to my RV, which is doubling as my studio, as you can see, for the time being. And you can close the door with the extension cord, you know, and as you see right here, it's plugged up to there, no power. Plug it up to the extension cord, I'll get power. It's real easy to understand, guys. And it with that little 3 amp maintainer on it, it draws hardly any electricity. So you're maintaining the RV battery, and you have power. You know, I can turn on my amplifier. Everything works. Just that inverter. That's the two ways of running power in here. And you don't even have to, if you're not in here and you just want to maintain your battery, you could just plug in that battery maintainer. Or if your battery is real low and you just put it on fast charge mode, and it'll get it charged up in no time. And that's really it as far as my solar system as it is now. Okay, well, that was my demonstration of my solar. Now I want to talk a little bit about solar and about the situation of energy, climate change, and all of that in the world today. Now, it's been going on for years. The government has been talking about, and scientists have been talking about climate change. Now, whether it is real or not, man-made or not, it's obviously real. But whether it's man-made or not, that's open for discussion. I'm not I'm going to have respect to all of my friends who take the blue pill and believe everything that they're told, but I have to question it. And the reasons why are thus. Uh, and a disclaimer, I used to believe in it too. I used to believe everything scientists tell me. And science is important. Science is true for the most part. Science is also theories and speculations. And it's a fact, though, that volcanic activity accounts for a lot more global warming than CO2 emissions from cars or electricity and all that. And then I'm not saying, I'm getting off the grid, I'm going solar. There's also wind power, there's water power, hydro, there's tidal, all kinds of different renewable energies that the government, that corporations, that individuals should be investing in. But don't you think that if the government was really all that concerned about the environment, that they would do the same? That they wouldn't make it harder for people to go off the grid? In some states, it's actually next to impossible. And they want you, they encourage you, if you want to go off the grid, they encourage you to be grid tied, which you pay back, you produce electricity and you pay back into the grid. And they give you money for it. But it takes you years to make anything off of that way. They know that, each individual has the power, and solar is getting down and for the most part inexpensive enough to build your own solar system. And what I showed you today was just an RV setup. Once I get moved, I'll be showing you mine homestead setup, which is way more comprehensive, way more powerful, and it's meant for off the grid living. Excuse me. Now, all of these people, like, let's take Standing Rock for example. I respect that they want the pipeline to go around or to not go at all. Some people talk about renewable energy. Ask yourselves why the government isn't fully, even when Obama was in office, he really didn't back up the tribe. He didn't really back up. He was kind of staying out of it, let's be honest. You talk about different people doing this, different companies doing that. We as individuals are the ones who are going to have to change things. And the only way that we can change anything, this doesn't just go for this particular subject, but it goes for everything. The only way that we change anything is by using the power of, by using our buying power. Give or you take away. That's it. You want to change the world as far as what type of energy is used, use renewable energy yourself. If you don't have enough money to just jump off the grid, don't. Move one step at a time. You can take small steps. You can build a small solar system and build upon that. You don't have to go spend $30,000. As a matter of fact, unless you got a huge fucking house, you don't need to go spend $30,000. You don't need to spend $20,000. A $10,000, $15,000 solar system will run anything that anybody actually needs. I've got a lot of kids. I don't see, a lot of people don't have no more than 3 kids. You don't have no more than 3 kids, you don't need that big of a house. Make some sacrifices. You truly believe in something? Sacrifice for it. Do you need a big, huge ass house? No. I got 4 kids living home with me, and I bought a 3,000 square foot house, and it was too big for me. It was just a giant headache. I could get by way less. And honestly, I don't want my kids in all the time. I don't want to be indoors all the time. I want to be outside enjoying nature. most people would be way more better off if they did that anyway. So put your money where your mouth is. All these people hollering on the internet, talking about different political opinions and the environment and what the government's doing, what the government's not doing, shut up and put your money where your mouth is. And if you're doing it, if you're making plans and going in the right direction with that, I'm not talking to you. If you're going and protesting, and then when you get through protesting, you go home and you have not at least involved LED light bulbs, for fuck's sake, in your house, then what the fuck are you protesting for? You're a hypocrite. If you cannot practice what you preach, you're a hypocrite. LED lights are fucking bright as hell, and they use a fraction, like 2 fucking watts, 4 watts, something like that, versus 60 to 100 watts. That's a lot less. And if you don't think a light bulb, a 60 to 100 watt light bulb, affects your light bill, you're an idiot. Think about it. A space heater is 1500 watts, a typical space heater. That's a lot of electricity right there. That's less than a fucking microwave, and a microwave is a big draw. So you break that down. How many 100 watt light bulbs need to be in your big ass house for it to equal one space heater, which is more powerful than a fucking microwave? How many? You know? And you know, on the flip side of all of this, I'm only talking to the people who are out there running their mouth, hollering at the government, hollering at corporations about burning coal and oil. I don't see anything wrong with burning coal or oil until the government or these corporations actually get incentivized and are actually serious about it. If I'm not seeing no panic mode or no seriousness about the environment, then I think that they are running a scam. That's what I think. Prove me wrong. Prove me fucking wrong. But no, I'm not talking about that. If you want to live in a big ass house and burn up the fossil fuels, and you're okay with that, and you don't believe in climate change, you don't think that there's nothing wrong with burning oil and fossil fuels, I'm not talking to you. You do you. You do you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I'm talking about people, like for me, I just think it's neat. I think it's a neat thing to produce my own electricity. I think it's neat as hell, and I think that that's what I think. It's for me. You know, has nothing to do with me, because honestly, the oil and coal industry employs a lot of people and brings a lot of money. Now, if it doesn't anymore, because more people start using renewables, then they'll scale that back or shut it down entirely. You know, if there's no profit in it, they'll switch from one thing to the other. That's how capitalism works. That's why capitalism is better than anything else, but that's another discussion for another video. I'm not going to get on that. So that's my little rant following my me showing you my portable solar unit. And I just recently got that thing maybe a week or so ago, so I'm still discovering new uses for it. It's a very cool device with multiple uses. I could take that anywhere and use electricity. It's right there, portable electricity. So that's my video for today, and whether you agree with or disagree with me, comment below and subscribe. This is a new channel and I need subscribers, so subscribe please if you like what I'm saying. And if you don't, please comment. Call me a dirty piece of shit if you want to. Ain't gonna bother me. But anyway, that's it for today, and peace out.